over to Shahid Mahdi, who's our product lead for Internol. And I will stop sharing, Shahid, and you can take the slides from there. Thank you. And I'll address any questions. I'll address any questions at the end, or you and I will, Shahid.
Perfect. Okay, so it looks like everyone should be able to see my presentation screen. Let me dive right in. It's a real pleasure to be here with all of you, the Smart Grid Innovation Network. We're thrilled to be partnering with the network and their multifaceted goals. My name, of course, Shahid Mahdi, product lead at Internol, and I'm here to give a brief yet thorough introduction and demo of the Internol platform itself to show you exactly what we're doing across a gargantuan scale, particularly across the US, Canada, Mexico, the UK, and beyond, with our goal to consolidate and make easier the energy and environment regulatory universe. So what exactly is Internol? Internol is an energy regulatory data analytics company, and our goal is to, again, democratize and consolidate the smorgasbord of information that is constantly environing us with over 10,000 regulatory filings published a day. We deliver this through a manifestation of an enterprise SaaS platform known as the Internol platform, which I'm very excited to give a brief demonstration of a little later on this call. Our value proposition is quite simple. It derives from an inability for market participants and stakeholders across many different industries to keep up with all the regulatory information getting pumped, particularly, as you can see in this case, outside of the US initially. Now that is branched over to Canada and other countries because the problem became universal. How is one meant to keep up with filings? It's the same issue that our founder and CEO, Angelique Mercurio, had in her past life on Wall Street, where she said, why isn't there a simple software solution that is accumulating this already public information into a smart, automated, machine-approved platform, and so on and so forth? The Internol platform, after a few years, came into nascence, and now we are, of course, one of the market leaders in delivering that information. Again, the filings, proceedings, bills, etc., are so fragmented in their current existence. It required a smart technological solution to go through and uniformly catalog all of these. And these are just some illustrations that talk about how the rulemaking process is only getting more proliferation in terms of how many filings a day are being published throughout the regulatory universe. And so with the Internol platform, what exactly do we do in terms of the back end and how we get this on the platform? We use our patented algorithm to go to these already public agencies and offices, grab their information, put them on the platform, and then apply technology to allow all participants and users to get updates on those dockets, bills, filings, what have you, in near real time. And that's something we're very proud of, the ability to take, let's say, a docket at the Ontario board, give users the ability to track that, which I'll demonstrate in a few seconds. And then from there, the user can open up their email and receive alerts automated from the Internol platform that immediately deliver that intelligence that they may be after, intelligence that in lieu of Internol, they would have to manually navigate all sorts of different websites to extract data from. This is a different visual that essentially solidifies the same sort of thing in terms of the benefits of the Internol platform. We've built a very comprehensive software solution predicated on the ability to search, track, save filings, a universal pattern that can be extrapolated to many, many different agencies. But not, when I say agencies, I don't only just mean the utility commissions and the public service commissions, but also the legislatures, the environmental offices, the independent system operators and regional transmission operators. This scale can be applied to so many different applications and so many different customer verticals. I won't spend too much time on this, but our customer base today is across consulting firms, law firms, financial institutions, commodities desks, universities, and so on and so forth. we pride ourselves on being user agnostic, meaning that we welcome any use case to the Internet platform. We are not inclined to, with editorial, deliver information on any sort of SKU. We hold data integrity and the primary source above all as a champion quality in terms of our service and what we deliver to all these different verticals and more. We're finding customers that come in from cybersecurity industries, from industries related to telecommunications and water, hydrogen, etc. The use cases are really unlimited in that respect. And then in terms of the NRL product itself, which this slide will serve as my transition to then jump into the demo, we've got just over 45 million filings on the NRL platform as a derivation of us grabbing over 10,000 filings from all these different agencies a day, and are really just looking to the future in terms of how can we further optimize our search capabilities, how are we implementing AI into our core functionality. I'm more than happy to give people a sneak peek of what we're doing with that as well in terms of our partnership with the best technology, i.e. Microsoft and OpenAI's powered ChatGPT 4o. And we're looking to, again, just make the process, let me go back to this slide really, the process of siphoning and funneling all these different regulatory bodies into a very simple manner. So there are some other slides here on the research that we publish, our ability to make narrative digestible insights on the platform data that we consolidate so easily. We completely do this in-house because our research analysts are empowered by the vast speed and efficiency of the NRL platform. But this also serves as a good time for me to jump into the demo itself. So let me stop sharing that screen and start sharing this one. So bear with me 1 second. There we go. We might get a little bit of a infinity mirror, as they call it, or maybe not. There we go. And you should all be able to see the NRL platform dashboard now. So this is the first screen I see upon entering the NRL platform. And the dashboard serves as my kind of command center of all the different items and regulatory proceedings that I'm tracking, whether that is an RFP, a committee hearing at a legislative chamber, or a particular passion of mine, cybersecurity. There is no, again, industry or vertical bias in terms of the NRL platform. You can have this command center convey information on a whole range of different topics. Now, when we have over 43 million or so filings, it helps to arm our customers with a really solid search engine. And it's exactly what we've done. The NRL platform search engine is your portal to 45 million plus filings on the platform, and you can create a search in a very sophisticated way, yet with a simple interface. The agencies dropdown up here is what we call the a la carte dropdown, because it allows you to plug in as many or as few regulatory agencies that you want to search through. Now, these may be your usual suspects. If you're looking at the US, this could be FERC. We've got the Canada Energy Regulator, the Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission as well. Every and all of the 800 plus regulatory offices that we grab on the platform will be in this agency dropdown. And so it's one way of mixing and matching and saying, well, with what other system would I be able to look at the Government of Canada, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency in the US? So we're breaking those silos when it comes to obtaining information across a few different verticals. The next dropdown is quite straightforward. It's which geographic focus do you want to own your search on? Now, we've got all 50 US states, to no surprise, and all the Canadian provinces as well. If I were to scroll down, we've got some regional breakdowns as well, some electricity regions if people want to distill their search by that. And so, for example, if I were to click in on Ontario, which I already mentioned, these are the agencies we're grabbing there, the Energy Board, the Legislative Assembly. But then I can also say, I want to add Nova Scotia, Quebec, etc., and look through all the different agencies and make my own sort of custom search experience. And, again, without NRL, it's a real pain to stitch those agencies together, or stitch those agencies together for even one of these buckets. Agency categories, it's the broadest of the buckets. It's when you want to say, I want to search through every federal office. I want to search through every utility commission across the US and Canada, so on and so forth. And when you select items like this, the platform is smart enough to know that, well, we don't want, John Smith or Jane Smith to have to wade through all these different documents. Chances are they could be looking for one of these types of documents, orders and decisions, reports, so on and so forth. And to better illustrate the second half of the screen, I'm going to jump over to a couple of examples. Now, wait a second, this looks way different from the previous search screen we had seen in this erstwhile tab. So what exactly is going on? With the Eternal platform, you can get as custom or as simple as you'd like with the search experience in a way that no other provider can do. On the far right-hand side, I have these two operators search within this dropdown that allows me to specify, do I want any matches for the keywords in all fields? Do I want a match for the keywords in the title of the filing? Do I want to look for a particular document type in the filing? On the far right-hand side, this plus sign allows me to generate up to 2 more keyword search rows. And then I can say, give me apples in the title of the filing and oranges in all fields, but I don't want any mention of strawberries in the filing, in the title, excuse me. In doing so, you're able to create what is called a Boolean search. Some of you may have some familiarity with Boolean searches on other search platforms. We wanted to incorporate that into the nuance of the energy regulatory universe, which in and of itself is a very exciting prospect. Because if there's any good use case for Boolean searches and for filtering out stuff, it's the mountain of regulatory filings that one has to encounter when looking through the universe, so to speak. So heading back to the example here, now this makes a little more sense. The user here had said they wanted to create a search on bids, RFPs, etc., related to distributed energy. So they went through the menus up top. They said, I want to look through a fairly broad range of sources here, all of which I can see on the right-hand side. And then they stitched in a bunch of keywords. They solved for what the NNL platform is really good at solving for, the ability to account for the discrepancies in language. Now, what does that mean? What I mean by that is, with the NNL platform, you as experts and executives within the energy universe know that one of the all too common pain points is when an idea is referred to differently across different geographies. And this becomes a bit of a hassle because if agency X is calling it call for proposal, agency Y is calling it competitive solicitation, this can be really cumbersome to have to look through. So what the user did is they said, give me all of these keywords. They put them in quotes to indicate that they are looking for a keyword as one term.